Hey, first graders. So today we are making pizzas. I wish we were making real pizzas together. Well, actually I don't. I'm glad we're doing an art project together. But maybe you guys can make pizzas at home. Okay, so today we are making pizza. So when you're making your pizza, what is the first ingredient? I hope you said the crust, because the crust is where we've got to start. So I have this like cake cardboard thing that you're supposed to like decorate cakes on or something. If you don't have this, which I don't expect you would, find something that is large and a circle that you can trace around. So maybe like a coffee can, if your parents buy coffee in like large quantities like I do, or a plate. A plate would actually be perfect for this. You could trace around a plate, but basically all you need is something that is large and circular. Brown paper works best, but if you have white paper, you can color it brown to make your crust. Then you are just going to hold with one hand and trace around. Ow, mine wiggled. Trace around with the other hand until you have a nice circle. Then you're going to slowly and carefully cut it out. And then what comes next? What's the next ingredient when you're making homemade pizza? What is the next ingredient? Sauce! Yeah, the next ingredient is sauce. So, all you have to do is trace that same circle object again. So if you were using a plate, go ahead and trace that plate one more time. So it's the same size as your crust, but we don't want our sauce to be the exact same size as our crust, because then you won't see the crust anymore. And usually on pizza, you can see the crust. So, all right, so then what you're going to do is cut on the inside of the red circle, and you're going to cut sort of a wavy line on the inside of that circle. So I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but you guys can see the pencil line there and see that I'm cutting on the inside of that pencil line in a wavy line. So I'm cutting it smaller than the circle. I'm cutting inside that circle. All right. And that is the next step. So then all you're going to do is glue the sauce to the crust. And I like to put my glue around the edges and then in the middle. And then stick it on there. Okay. So then part 2 is going to be the toppings. So come back when you have some scrap pieces of paper in various colors that look like pizza toppings, colors like olives, cheese, pepperonis, green olives, all that kind of stuff. See if you can gather up some of that, or just take a white piece of paper and color, part of it green, and you can cut out some green olives out of that. Color part of it red, and you can cut out some olives out of that. Red? No, ew, not red olives, that'd be gross. Pepperonis. You can color part of your paper brown, and you can use that for sausage or mushrooms. So if you don't have colored paper, don't worry about it. Just take some scrap pieces of white paper and start coloring different parts of it, different colors with your crayons, markers, colored pencils, and then you guys can use that for your toppings. So part 2 will be coming up in just a little bit. Next week, we will do part 2. We'll do the toppings next week, okay? I'll see you then.